When I met this guy that I really liked, it was 13 years ago. It was really long ago, and so it really started off as we became friends. If I may really say that he's a mirror image of Jesus. I always get very puzzled. Why is his life so full of joy? Right? I never knew why until I get to know Jesus myself many years later. The way he poured out his love, to me, it felt very unusual, and I never really understood why. And yeah, I always ask myself, what did I do to deserve this boy? Maybe I shouldn't have asked this question too much, because eventually something tragic did happen, and he passed on during an accident. But that was really a breaking point, or more like when I pivoted my faith from really faithful in my Buddhism religion to none at all. So I went a 180. I felt it was really dark times. It was a really low point in my life, because I felt, what is the point of religion? What is the point of God when people who are young and kind just get taken away? And I just basically went on in the wilderness. I remember I was very heartbroken, but I could felt a sense of comfort and peace whenever people prayed for me. I guess I denied the fact that it could be God, because I was at the phase where I didn't want to believe that religion is relevant.
We met
through an interview.
But then when I joined the company, our teams sat next to each other, and we became friends. She's very friendly. I'm quite introverted, she's not. So she would just sat next to me and she would throw a lot of jokes, and then we would have lunches and things like that. Our CEO was a huge fan of Alpha as well. And every time that our church ran Alpha, she would try and invite a few of the staff in the office to give it a go. When she told me that she was going to say yes and go for Alpha, I was obviously really excited, and I wanted to ensure that there was no reason for her to say no. So I told her that I would very happily drive her there and drive her home, just so that she would have fewer reasons, I guess, to say no to Alpha.
I enjoyed the conversations, and we could talk about so many different topics, right? Not just about religion, but even life topics in general.
So because I was driving her back every week, we would always talk about the topics. And I think, if I'm really honest, I wasn't sure actually what was going on in Suet's mind. And so I was really sad in the morning of the weekend away when I called her to tell her that I was on the way, and she said that she didn't want to come. Yeah. What was the reason you didn't want to come?
The reason was when I said no to Sheela the morning, because I had too much to drink the night before, and I packed my bags. Somehow the journey seemed really smooth.
Yeah. But the whole way there, I just felt this voice in my head saying, just need to get her there. Yeah. You just need to get her there.
I think really, the spark really happened during the weekend away. During the evening, that was when Sheela prayed for me. Sheela put her palm on me, and she just prayed for me, and both of us felt this heating sensation. Only both of us could feel it. I was very filled by the Holy Spirit, and I just started crying. I just started crying without understanding what was happening. It was the very first time I encountered the Holy Spirit. I felt a sense of relief, like a huge relief, like something just lifted off my shoulders. Like I just cried, right? I had so much of striving to do before being a Christian, and I didn't believe that, besides myself, somebody else could help me.
I think it's very inspiring and strengthening for my own faith to see how much she's grown. It was very encouraging for me, I think, firstly, to see that it didn't fade off. And so even our most recent catch-up, she was just telling me about all these things that God is doing in her life, guiding her at her workplace and in her personal life and her family and her mom, and just like, wow, how much God can do in just 5 years in someone's life.
The process of becoming a Christian has definitely been a process of healing as well. There are a lot of unanswered questions answered along the way. Knowing that God heals, I think that was a very important element to me. Me being the first Christian in the family, it sparked conversation. It does teach me to be a bit more bold in expressing why I find that having God in our lives is the most amazing thing that could happen to us. So yeah, the deep conversation starts now.